We got a Bluebird, a Redbird, and a Beast. What's up, vape fam? It's Dave from Married to the Mod. And today, I'm lucky enough to have the TFV8, the Cloud Beast by SMOK. And I've been using this thing for a few days. And, you know, I guess I can't give it a thorough review yet, but I've used it enough to where I know enough about it to that I can tell you about it. Also, before we get into that, we'll talk about this BLUBIRD ejuice. This is from Premium Vape Supply, and so is Redbird. We're going to do one at a time here. Now, I have the BLUBIRD right here in the Crown 2, which I'll have a review coming for shortly, on the K-Box. And the BLUBIRD it's been out for a long time. I'm sure a lot of people have tried this before. It's really an excellent juice. Now, what it is a blueberry, or a berry, they say, cheesecake crunch. And you really do kind of almost get like a granola type of taste from that crunch. Excellent, excellent. Let me go ahead and have a vape of it here. So yeah, so you're going to get that berry. I'm going to say it's more so blueberry than anything else that I really taste berry-wise in it. And you also, on the exhale, you're going to get that cheesecake and, like I said, that granola type of flavor. Really, really good. Highly recommend this. I'll tell you, when I first found this juice, probably 6-7 months ago, I went through about 430 mils in a week. I couldn't stop. It's that good. So now, what they've come out with is Redbird. Now, what Redbird is a strawberry cheesecake frosted cereal. And my best way to say this is it's Bluebird, but with strawberry. That's, you know, they can say it has whatever in it, but it tastes exactly like the granola type of flavor I get out of Bluebird. I get that in the Redbird, and I also get a lot of strawberry out of this Redbird. Now, I have that in this TFV8. Let me go ahead and have a tote. So, same type of deal. On the inhale is where you get more of the fruit, more of the strawberry type of taste. And it's not an overpowering strawberry, it's not a ripe strawberry, and it's not a candy type of strawberry. It's kind of the two mixed together, which really make like a great just full strawberry flavor. On the exhale, again, you're going to get the very Bluebird type of flavor with the granola and that kind of, they say cheesecake and frosted cereal for Redbird, but I get like that granola type of flavor in it. Now, I know taste is subjective. Everyone has their own opinion. My opinion on these two juices right here, hurry up and get them because they are freaking excellent. So yeah, you can find them on Premium Vape Supply, and they're not on there just yet, but they will be on there, okay? Next couple days, I'm sure they're going to be on there, and I'm guessing they're going to be right around 20 bucks or so. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I'm going to say. A lot of times, like I've said before on Premium Vape Supply, they do like a bundle pack, and this right here would be a perfect bundle pack for Corey to put together for you guys. They really do work together. They're made by the same company, obviously, and the flavors just mesh so well. If I buy Bluebird, I want to try Redbird. If I buy Redbird, I want to try Bluebird. So, therefore, make it a bundle pack, you know? Premium Vape Supply. Coupon code is capital M, the number 2, capital M, the number 10. It's going to get you 10% off your order. I'll put that in the description along with his website, Premium Vape Supply. So, yeah, that's the juices. Now, let's talk about this fucking beast. The TFV8. Quoted as the Cloud Beast. It's coming with some crazy type of coils that they're calling hyper engines. And we're going to go ahead and get down low. I'm going to show you all about this thing. I've been using the V8 T8, which is their octuplet coil. 8 coils in there. That coil alone is rated from 50 to 260 watts. And I've used it up to 260. well, I should say 250. I don't have something like the Cupor Primus to put it on to try it higher than that, but I've been using it on my Relo RX 200 with the update, so I can get 250 out of it, and it gives you if you go up to 250, it's giving you a hot vape. Really, really flavorful. Very surprising at how flavorful this tank really is. There's a few differences that they've changed from the TFV4, which I'm going to show you. The only one I do have is the TFV4 Mini, but I can kind of compare it to the TFV8 a little bit, just to kind of give you a little look at what they've changed, seeing how the TFV4, the regular one, and the Mini are basically the same thing. This one here, couple of differences, I guess. I mean, they've changed, I should say, quite a bit of differences to make it a different type of vape that you're going to get. But in general, I feel like it's a lot better tank than the TFV4, and I am a big fan of the TFV4. That was one of my first tanks that I couldn't get away from. The flavor, the vapor production was amazing. Just to give you a look, in here now I have actually the RBA section, which comes with 2 Clapton coils, and I believe they're like a fused Clapton that's in there. They come pre-installed. All I did was I wicked them up, got them in there. Right now I got it set at 100 watts. Kind of must got bumped out of there a little bit. We're at 100 watts. Let me go ahead and have a vape. Lots of vapor off this tank. You can cloud a room out really fucking quick with this thing. Those pre-made coils that they install in the RBA for you are reading 0.26 for me. Now they don't tell you like, hey, use this between such and such wattage. I kind of started out around like 60 and I've been bumping it up. I'm at 100 right now. Let's go ahead and take it up above 100 a little bit. Let's go up to like, let's say 124. That's what I stopped at. Still, not even a hot vape off of this at 124. This tank, I haven't really had another tank that can really give you, or take the amount of watts that you put at it and give you that really tasty, nice vape. I like a vape that's warm in general anyways. However, this thing, if you don't like a warm vape, that's fine. Use it at 70, 80, 90 watts, and that's with this octuplet coil too. You're going to get a vape out of it. You're going to get great flavor out of it. But you have that option to go ahead and jack those watts up. Have that nice, warm to hot type of vape. Now, if you go up to 200 watts, you're going to have a hot vape. But, you know, there's a few things I'm going to show you what they've put on the coil. When we get down low, I'll show you all that. But, yeah, so, you know what? Why don't I just stop sitting here and running my mouth and shit. Let's go ahead and get down low. I'll show you what you get with this beast thing. Alright guys, so here's what you're going to get. The SMOK TFV8, the Cloud Beast. Going to have a little scan code there. On the back, it's just kind of going to tell you what this kit includes. I'll read it out. 1 TFV8 Cloud Beast tank, a V8 T8 octuplet coil head which reads 0.15, a V8 Q4 quadruple coil head which reads 0.15, an exclusive turbo RBA head which reads 0.28, a replacement glass tube, a user manual, and some spare parts. Goes on here to talk about the tank a little bit. On the other side here, it's going to give you some pictures of what you get. This is the octuplet coil, this is going to be your quadruple coil, and this is going to be your RBA deck. So in this kit you will get one SMOK user manual. Just kind of tells you a little bit about the tank, how to fill it. You'll receive a card that shows that it passed. You'll receive 2 smaller vape bands. Both say SMOK. The black one here is going to say Cloud Beast, which I doubt you can see there. And the orange one here is going to say Keep On Vaping. You'll receive some cotton. You'll receive some spare parts along with a 510 connector, 1 spare piece of glass. You'll get an Allen key. You'll get your V8 Q4 coil, and on this coil here it says 0.15 ohms, 50 to 180 watts, best from 90 to 150. Just take a look at this coil. That's a huge diameter right there. You'll also receive your octuplet coil, which is going to have your 4 cylinders in there, and I guess there's 2 coils in each cylinder to make it 8 coils. This coil is going to say 0.15 ohms, 50 to 260 watts, best 120 to 180. Some nice 4 wicking holes on it you're going to get, and a wide open base. You can see here this bar, that's the only part that touches the connector pin, and that's just wide open down there. And then you have the TFV8 Beast tank, and I'm going to tell you, it just feels like it's quality made. Very nice. You know, the threads on it are not janky at all. Just a very good looking tank. Alright, so let's start at the bottom here. You're going to have a 510 pin that protrudes quite a bit, as you can see there. And there's no way to push it in. So I would go ahead and give the okay that this is alright on a hybrid mech mod. It's going to say designed by SMOK there at the bottom. Now, as you can see, this part here where the airflow ring is not as thick as this part. This bottom part's going to measure 24 millimeters, and then it's going to kind of jet out to 25.5 millimeters the rest of the way up, till you hit up here where you're going to have your juice flow or your juice fill, and then that's going to kind of come back together to 23 or 24 millimeters right there. I'm going to say 24 it probably is there. So the airflow does not have a stopper, just kind of turns at will, but it has some nice resistance on it. And that's one difference from the TFV4, which I'll show you when I compare them. Gonna have some nice, now it's not knurling, but it's just kind of chunked out. It does give you something to get a hold of and really kind of be able to turn that and unscrew it. And also when you get this, it's going to come with the octuplet coil installed. Right now I actually have the RBA base in there, which I'll show you when I take this all apart. Coming up here to the top, you're going to have your normal juice fill, the normal TFV4 juice fill, where this has like this little hatch. You just kind of push down and it'll lock in right there. Push down and it'll open right up. And this is another difference. Your chimney is so much bigger on this atomizer, as well as your juice fill port there. Both are way bigger. And then something different that the TFV4 didn't have. This is a 15 millimeter wide bore chuff cap, I'm going to call it, because that's what it is. It's not a wide bore drip tip, it's literally a wide bore chuff cap. And I did say there is a 510 connector that you can slide right in here and put any 510 drip tip you would like into it. So yeah, let's talk about what's different from the TFV4. Now this is the mini. I don't have the full size, but you can get a gist of what's different. You can see down here there was 4 airflow holes on the TFV4 mini. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now they've gone to 2 airflow holes that are about twice as big as they were on the mini, and there's going to be 1 on each side. Now, like I said, this doesn't have any kind of ratchet effect, but it does spin very nice. Like, that's a little not too tight there, but it does have some good resistance to it. It will stop and it will stay where you set it, though. Very nice the way they did this here. And those are huge openings. So alright, let's go ahead and take the base off here. Take that off, set that off to the side, and this will come all the way apart. There's the glass. Then this piece stays the way that it is. That's going to be your top piece. So let's put that to the side, the glass to the side. Now, here is where your coil is. Okay, now again, like I said, this is all I can compare it to is the mini, but as far as I know, The Mini and the TFV4, the regular size, have the same size coils. This is the RBA deck, right? But take a look at that. Their pre-made coils are the same size as that RBA deck. Now this is the octuplet coil on the TFV8, and this is the octuplet coil on the TFV4. Look at the difference in size. You can see down in there how they both have the 4-cylinder holes in there so that you can have your wire and stuff in there, but just the difference in size. You look at the base of it, they've completely opened up the TFV8 coil. The wicking holes, so much bigger. So yeah, I just wanted to give you the difference in size there. Alright, now here's the RBA deck, and in order to get this out, just like any other coil, you're just going to simply unscrew it from the base. And there's your base. Now the RBA coil, as you can see, is wide open on the bottom as well. Plenty of airflow on this. You're going to have a wicking hole here and one more on the other side. Then it's open. Now to open this, it just simply unscrews. Now these are the coils that come installed in this, and look at them. They're really nice coils, honestly. You have your nice grub screws on the outer part here, easy to get a hold of, and you have some nice big holes in there. This is a big build. I believe it's either a fused Clapton or there's ribbon wire in there. I'm not 100% sure, but there's plenty of room in those holes to where you could fit bigger coils if you wanted to. And these are also a 3mm diameter coil. That should just kind of give you an idea of how big this deck really is. You're going to have two nice airflow slots right under the coil on each side. Just really nice the way they did this, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's about all there is to show you. Let's go ahead and jump back out and we'll talk about it a little bit. Alright guys, so we're back with you up top. That was the TFV8 beast. It's a fucking beast for real too. Let me have a couple vapes off this. And right now I have the octuplet coil. That's what I put back in here. I have it set at 125 watts, which it says on it 125 to 180 is where it's best. I'm going to back up, give you a few looks at what it looks like. Let's go ahead. Let's turn it up. Let's do 160. Oh man, the vapor production is insane with this tank. I'm going to go ahead and do... Alright, let's do an even 200. Now, it's hard to really take a longer hit than that because it gets so hot so fast when you hit that 200 mark. Go ahead and put it up here to 250. Why not? Let's do it. Now, that's a really fast hit, of course. Sorry, but I have to do a quick hit at 250 watts. This thing gets insanely hot at 250 watts. Now, there's not a burnt taste at all. It tastes good. It's just really hot. And I like a warm vape, but that's too hot for my liking. So, this coil is 100%. It's going to do what it says. 260 watts it says this coil can do. I can push it to 250 with the devices I have, and it takes it all day long. The flavor on this thing is what really amazed me. I figured that this was just a gimmicky type of tank that was really just made to blow some clouds. And it'll do that. It's going to blow some clouds, but the flavor is awesome off of this tank. Really impressed at the flavor. Let's talk about some pros and cons to it, okay? As far as pros, it can do what it says. All right, I'm impressed with a company that gives some outrageous type of specs, 260 watts, and this coil is performing at 250 watts. That's a pro. It's going to do what it says. Another pro, they're going to have so many different coils for this that you're going to be able to choose if you want that coil that is, going to blow crazy clouds at a super high wattage, or you have those options to use the coil that doesn't take as many watts, but it also has some good vapor production, has some excellent flavor off of it. Just really well done altogether. Price point on this, I think it's anywhere from $30 to $40, maybe not quite 40, maybe 35. I haven't really seen it anywhere. I know SMOK has it on their website, but I can't give you a complete price. I'll put a link in the description down below to SMOK's website for you. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to put a link, I know I said it before, but a link to Premium Vape Supply. Excellent juice company there. They also have some hardware there if you want to check it out. If you're looking for a BMI box, they carry BMI there. But these two juices, Bluebird and Redbird, really good juices. Highly recommend them. But okay, back to the tank, sorry. Another pro to this is just the build quality. Very impressed with the build quality on this. The threads are very nice, not janky, they don't catch at all. The overall aesthetic look of it is an awesome looking tank as far as I'm concerned. This is one of the vape bands that they give you here that I kind of put over my my juice fill port there so it doesn't slide open. And there is that little part that kind of goes in and up right there, so it just sits right there. Really nice. You have the option to put any kind of 510 you want on it, but you also have that wide bore. That's another pro. I haven't had any issue with wicking either. Let me just say that. As far as cons, they're kind of hard to come by. One major one that I guess I can find is that it's a juice guzzler. This thing, you're going to fill it up, and within 20 to 30 hits, if you're really, taking hits, it's going to be empty. And it's just how the SMOK tanks are. We've seen it with the TFV4. You would fill it up and it would be empty because it does just guzzle juice, but you get that huge vapor production with these tanks. So yeah, I think that's going to about do it. I mean, besides me saying I highly recommend this, go out, get yourself one. The flavor you're going to be impressed with. I said before, I was a little bit worried at the quality of vape, but I'm very impressed. Flavor, vapor production's there. I'll show you again the vapor production. Just for days, man. For days. Yeah, link in the description to Premium Vape Supply. Like I've already said a couple times, use that coupon code capital M, the number 2, capital M, the number 10. Get you 10% off your order. They do the bundle thing, which is really cool. You can find Bluebird and Redbird there. I'm sure they'll be on the site here coming up. And also, a link to SMOK down below where you can go and check this out. I think you can buy them on pre-order, maybe right from SMOK at the moment. Also, get to CASA.org. Fight for your right to vape. You got to do that. As I always say, it is no longer an option. It's a must. Everyone has to do that. If you like vaping, if you're thinking about vaping, if you have a friend that vapes, just help all the vapors out there. We'd like to stay at a healthier alternative to smoking. And, vaping, I smoked 2 packs a day for 15 years, and vaping was the only thing that could get me off of cigarettes, and I'm very thankful for it, and I don't want to see it go anywhere. Thanks to all the subscribers out there, new and old. Remember, everyone, vape together, stay together.